Я Волошин Юрий Сергеевич.
I, Yuri Sergeyevich Voloshin, have discredited the armed forces of the Russian Federation for a long time, as well as other power structures, and the President of Russia. I apologize for my bad activities. Thank you, Comrade Mayor, for the fact that this bottle is in my hands and not in any other place.
A guard of a kindergarten in temporarily occupied Crimea has been harshly detained by the police. Later in the video, he is forced to repeat the lyrics of a song by the band Lyube, which actively supports Russia's war against Ukraine and thanks for not being raped. This torture is a result of an anonymous denunciation in a Telegram channel, Смерть Sevastopol. But in Russia as a whole, whistleblowers begun to come out of the shadows more often and write denunciations openly. In Lyubertsi, a brother turned in his sister to the police for reading Ukrainian news.
She was surfing their websites on the internet to influence my sister and scare her. I contacted the police, which worked, and she no longer reads these sites. I also took away her phone, computer and tablet. The police came and drew up a report. Since then, everything is fine. Vitaly, Russian informant, in comments to the Russian media.
This is not the only case since the beginning of Russia's full-scale war against Ukraine. Often denunciations are used to take revenge. For example, in the Moscow region last year, a woman tried to deprive her ex-husband of his parental rights in this way. And last week in Moscow, a man denounced neighbors who were making noise at night. But in order to get the police to react faster, he said he heard slogans "Glory to Ukraine." Russia's war against Ukraine is destroying Russians' social ties. In addition to denunciations, relatives are suing each other for death gratuity because due to bureaucratic complexities, compensations for the deaths of occupiers often ends up with distant relatives.
The money in his account is not frozen. His uncle uses it. He speaks to me aggressively saying that if this money was transferred to him, then he is entitled to it and that he has someone to invest in and doesn't understand what I have to do with it. Ksenia Kovalenko, daughter of the deceased serviceman, in comments to Russian media.
According to political analysts, such an abundance of denunciations even between close people in Russia is a direct result of the propaganda system built by the Kremlin.
When a mother turns in her son, when a father calls the police against his daughter, when they start snitching on each other, slandering each other and, in doing so, trying to serve up and be the most heroic mother, bearing as many of her children as possible. Anti-morality in all its glory. Russian propaganda has brainwashed Russians to such an extent that today we can see not only an economic, but also an informational and cultural leprosarium there.
The Russian authorities are happy with this situation. Moreover, they want to make repressive legislation even more severe. Thus, the State Duma has proposed tightening the law on foreign agents and introducing a ranking according to the degree of alleged social danger of each person on the list. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Danila Kobza, UATV News.